Chapter 2 Biological Classification Kingdom 1 Monera. We will today discuss about the detail of Kingdom Monera. Bacteria are main constituents of this kingdom. Mainly microorganisms are present in this kingdom. These are found in hot springs, thermal vents, geysers, desert and deep oceans where other organisms' survival is difficult. They mainly live their life as parasites. On the basis of the shape of these bacteria, they are classified into 4 types. Coccus or round-shaped bacteria like Staphylococci aureus. Bacillus or rod-shaped like Streptobacillus. Vibrium or comma-shaped like Vibrio cholerae. Spirillum, that is spiral or coil-shaped like this one. And Vibrium, example, that is Vibrio cholerae, and also the spirochaetes, these resemble like this, and the example of Vibrium is shown over here. This is Vibrio. Properties include the simple structure and complex behavior. They have a huge metabolic diversity, which means that they are both autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Autotrophic include photosynthetic organisms and chemosynthetic organisms. Autotrophic are those which prepare their own food using sunlight and other minerals available in nature, and in that if they are using sunlight they are photosynthetic. If they are using the only chemicals, they are decomposing the chemicals themselves and making their own food, are chemosynthetic. The heterotrophs are generally saprophytes or parasites. Now there are 2 types of bacteria on the basis of classification, that is Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Let's discuss about Archaebacteria. They are generally found in most of the harsh habitats, like if they are found in salty areas like in oceans, they are called halophiles. If they are found in hot springs, then they are called as thermoacidophiles, and if they are found in marshy areas, they are called as methanogens. Generally, they are present in the rumen, that is the first part of the stomach of cattle, including cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, etc. They produce methane gas, and that's why we say that the ruminants have the smell of methane inside them, because the methanogens are present inside them. These are actually the Archaebacteria. Cell wall is made up of polysaccharide and protein. There is no peptidoglycan and muramic acid, and that's why we say these are differentiated on the basis of cell wall from the other organisms. Let's discuss about the second type of bacteria, that is Eubacteria. These are also called as true bacteria. This word Eu means true. They have rigid cell wall and they also have in some cases flagella. Now the example, let us take of cyanobacteria. So these are also called as blue-green algae. They have chlorophyll A and they are also called as photosynthetic autotrophs. This is our first heading in autotrophs, that is photosynthetic autotroph. Example is cyanobacteria, and since they are having chlorophyll A which resembles like that of a plant, that's why they are called photosynthetic autotrophs. Nostoc and Anabaena fix atmospheric nitrogen due to special cells which are called heterocysts. They are generally present in the root nodules of rhizobium plants where they are having heterocysts. The cells in them, these have special function of fixing the atmospheric nitrogen into the form of nitrites and nitrates. Their outer body is generally covered by a mucilage sheath. Now the second category is chemosynthetic autotrophs. Now they are oxidizing the inorganic substrates which are present around them like nitrates, nitrites and ammonia, and they release energy for the production of ATP. So they use inorganic substrates to produce energy. The next heading is heterotrophic bacteria. They are most abundant, means basically many, as we have discussed in the beginning, are parasites, so that's why heterotrophic are abundant. They are acting as decomposers or parasites. The functions or the uses of these bacteria are, they help in the production of antibiotics, which we will be going to discuss in next class in detail. They also do the work of nitrogen fixation. Their demerits are that many of them are pathogens. They always cause disease in many organisms. So pathogen is the one which causes the disease. So these are the merits and demerits of heterotrophic bacteria. Our last heading for today includes the reproduction in this Monera kingdom, basically in bacteria. So the main basic function of reproduction is fission, means they divide. Here you can see how a parent cell is dividing into two daughter cells. The outer layer is called cell membrane, the inner is cell wall, and their inner is cell membrane and outer is cell wall, and the DNA is also replicating and duplicating along. Another method is production of spores. This only takes place under unfavorable conditions. When they are in the unfavorable conditions, that time they produce many spores which on arrival of favorable conditions germinate into new bacteria. The third method is DNA transfer, which they are mimicking the sexual type of reproduction, where they are transferring the DNA. Like here, this parent divides its DNA into two daughter cells. That means the parent has transferred its DNA to this daughter cells. So this is a method of DNA transfer. Here one important bacteria comes, that is Mycoplasma. Now this Mycoplasma is actually the smallest living bacteria which is yet now known, and also they can survive in anaerobic condition, means without oxygen, and they also do not have any cell wall inside them. Mycoplasma do not have cell wall, and they are generally pathogenic to humans, means they cause diseases in humans. So we have completed kingdom Monera.